Hey guys, it's your girl SummaTimeFine, and I'm back with the record pool. And today I have Enviyon's very own owner of the studio here with me, Will. So let me tell you all how I met Will. Of course, I've heard about his studio many times, but Tay Els, he definitely always recorded with Will. So he was like, I want you to come with me. I want you to come with me. And I was like, oh, okay, I'll go. But when I got there, I'm like, this is a nice studio. We'll be giving you all a glimpse of the studio and everything so you all can see, but it's a really nice, state-of-the-art, to me, studio. So I want to know what made you, of course, want to be a producer?
Well, I actually started off as an artist.
Okay.
I started off making beats, and then I actually was in real estate before I was into music.
Okay.
And I actually bought a couple of properties, and one of the properties I bought was a house that I had a tenant move into.
Oh.
And that tenant ended up moving out, and I couldn't afford to pay the mortgage and pay for my apartment that I currently had in the city. So I moved out of my apartment in the city into that property so that I can live there until I can get somebody else to rent it out.
Okay.
And I ended up putting a small studio in the garage because I had my little equipment and I needed to put it somewhere. And I was making beats and doing stuff, and I was recording myself.
Right.
And over time, people started learning that I had a garage, some equipment in the garage, and they said, "Hey, can you record me?" And I was like, "I guess so." Just bring me a six-pack. Bring me some beer. Give me $15. I'll do it.
Right.
And over time, word of mouth started spreading. Next thing I know, I had people like Herb, Tink, and Dreezy in the garage. Just over time. So that's how I started off.
Okay, so as you all know, his studio is named Enviyon. So I want to know, how did the name of Enviyon come about?
Enviyon is actually two words.
Okay.
Envy and beyond. Okay. If you just look up the definitions of envy is just looking at something that you want and you envy it. Beyond means to go further.
Okay.
So you take two words, you take something that you want, but you actually look further. So Enviyon, the definition of that should mean reach for the moon or reach for the stars, and if you come short, you'll at least reach the moon.
Right.
If that makes sense.
Yeah, because I like that.
And envy beyond.
Yeah.
Don't just look at what you see and say, I want that. I want more than that. I want to reach further in life.
Right.
That's what Enviyon
I knew, I never knew what the name really meant. Because I was wondering all the time, I'm like, why did he name it Enviyon? It's not like recording studio or the state of the art. It's nothing like that. Like, I was just always wondering, but like, I just want them to know, like, that's like beyond.
Right. We don't want to just limit ourselves, and that's another reason why it's not called Enviyon Studio LLC. It's more so Enviyon Entertainment, because we always thought that we wanted it to have the capability to be more than just a studio.
Right.
Entertainment covers every aspect of that world, whereas videos, movies, pictures, all those different things. Okay, so
when did you start? Because he's located in Country Club Hills. When did you start going, like, having that facility?
I opened that up in 2012.
Okay.
And I still had the garage going, and I didn't have enough money to buy new equipment at the moment.
Right.
So I just saved all my money up. I maxed all my credit cards out, and I saved up money for a whole year until I had enough equipment to put into that place. So I was actually paying rent for that building for a whole year, somewhere around 15 to 20, just to hold the space.
Right.
But I didn't have enough money I didn't have enough equipment. So after about a year, 2013, I had enough equipment in that place where I was able to not record in the garage anymore and open it up. So actually, it took me a year just to like get it going.
You all, like, when I tell you, it's like home. Like, you know what I mean? Like, kick your feet up, chill. Because, of course, some of my artists been in your studio. But like for me, I could just, let me sit down and let me relax myself. Hold on, wait, I don't like how that sound. But look, fix that. But I'm still chilling over here. I ain't moved.
There you go.
But yeah. So of course, I don't know if you all know, but of course, Will records a lot of Queen Key's major hits. The EMP she has out now. So let me tell you, I want to just really, let me tell you how I met Key. Me and Key used to go to Prairie State. And when we went to Prairie State, I remember we had a test. It was a math test. And it was like a pop quiz. And well, we both did terrible. And she said, it was like a couple days later, Key came into class, and that was the only person that I first liked high, because she was so hilarious. But then afterwards, we come to find out we had another test, and Key's eyes got really big. She said, oh, I'm not about to fail on the test. I'm not about to do it. So she said, I ain't worried about this, no way, I'm gonna be famous. Come to find out, she walked out, we was always wondering, what happened to her, what happened to her? Come to find out, this girl blew up. Cause I'm like, hold on, that's that girl who's sitting next to me in math class. But I definitely wanna know how you met Key and came in contact with that.
Well, during the garage days, and I'm gonna say somewhere about 2012 or so, yeah, but it had to be about 2011, 2012. Key first came into the garage, and she came in with a couple other people who just brought her along, said, hey, it's a studio right around the corner. And she came in, she did a couple songs. I liked her style. It was her newer, it wasn't what she's doing now. Like, she's such an advanced artist now these days, and I really love everything she's doing. But I actually liked her early music too. Yeah. And we kind of clicked. We just connected. You know, it was our first time meeting, and we worked together. We got done with a couple songs, and she enjoyed the vibe. Yeah. She enjoyed the chemistry that we had together, and I did as well. And then from there, we just connected on social media, and then from there she would say, hey, can I get back into the studio? And I say, yeah, come on by. And then it was just from there, just history was made. Yeah, because so even to this day, we still work together. I definitely appreciate the fact that she, even though she's on a much higher platform these days, she still continues to work. And I think that has something to do with just that chemistry in the beginning, where we just have a good relationship and we can work together. Right. And I don't have to relearn her. She doesn't have to relearn me. I already know what she's looking for. So. Yeah, because, I mean, Will has really did a lot of her songs. Like, a lot of the songs that you know now, from Cocky to, I mean, you did Cocky too, didn't you? Yeah. I mean, a lot of the songs that he's done, she really, like, you know, I mean, because I remember one time I'm like, I looked at, I think it was her live, and she was still in the studio. And I'm like, how can you be in the studio this long? You ain't been home. I'm like, but, you know, then again, she has a really good work ethic. And that's very hard worker, very hard worker. Yeah, there's times that she'd be like, Will, you tired? It's like 4 in the morning. She's like, you tired yet? You want to go home yet? I'd be like, come on, Key, let's do it. Let's keep going. Let's go. So you mentioned Herb, and who else? It was Herb. I actually have done work with Herb. He used to come into the studio, like doing little features with people, and they would bring him to the studio. So that's how he got a chance to know about us. Dreezy, she also would come in, like with Mikey Dollars. They would come in. But this is like a lot of their earlier times when we were all just coming up, right around the 2012 time, 2013 time. Even Tink, you know, she would come in with New Era, you know. I still do work with him, so he would bring Tink, and then they would do some stuff, and you know, all of them were such dope artists. And, you know, I kind of felt like I was still learning it as well. So we were all just kind of learning it together. And I'm just so glad that I got a chance to work with all these people, because I think that they helped make me a better engineer to this day. Yeah, I think so. Because, I mean, a lot of people look up to him. I look up to Will, especially as an entrepreneur. You know, that's why I said I definitely want to get an interview with Enviyon. And they was like, you want to get an interview with Enviyon? And because I called the office, they was like, you want to get an interview with Will? I said, oh yeah, I already talked to Will, don't worry. He said I could do it. So they were like, are you sure you're talking about Will? I'm like, yeah, I know. Because Will is like, you know what I'm saying, kind of shy. You shy? No, I don't think I'm shy.
I think
shy? I am very behind the scenes.
Yeah.
You know, that's my role. Like, I know that's my role. And I came to that conclusion. I don't want to be famous because I don't want to take away from the people who's supposed to be famous. Everybody got to play their part.
So what do you think that artists, because, you know, the record pool is basically to help independent artists and, you know, underground artists trying to branch out there. So what do you think, like, a few things that they should do, you know, to make themselves more known?
Well, obviously the networking piece is very important. And the reason I say that is just sometimes just being in specific places and being a little bit more accessible helps. You never know who you're going to run into when you go to these events. You never know who's going to see you when you posting more stuff on social media. You never know who you're going to see when you come to the studio. I meet a lot of people just by accident, just by going places. Sometimes you just say, oh, I'm going to go to this event. Even though it has nothing to do with me, I'm just going to go because I know it's going to be some people there. Just getting out and being a little bit more on the scene that helps a lot. You know, as long as you're doing it in a business sense, in a business way. I ain't talking about just being out here running the streets and hitting the clubs.
Right.
Not necessarily that. Just more being in the important places. There's a lot of artists, like for example, that work. They got jobs, so they're like, oh, I can't go out because I got to work in the morning.
Yeah.
Well, you're not gonna get any further just creating music and not networking, because nobody knows about the music, regardless of how great it is.
Right.
People have to know who you are, and I would definitely say people have to like you as well as an artist.
That's true.
Sometimes they can like your music, but if they like you as an artist, they will start to like your music. Sometimes you come before the music, and that's where the networking piece is important.
Okay, since this is the record for, what's on your top 10 playlist?
Top 10 playlists as far as
Musically.
up and coming artists, or
No,
just musically in
Period,
general?
that you would just listen to.
I like catchy music, and I would say Future has always been on one of my number one artists.
Okay.
Future, Migos, Lil Baby,
Yeah.
Gunna.
Okay.
Those are more like mainstream artists. Those probably my top mainstream artists. And then I like to mix it up with some up and coming artists as well. I like Key Music.
Yeah.
I like another artist, Hefe Hero's music. It's
Okay.
another artist that I work with, real dope music. Wayne Diego, I don't know if you ever heard of Wayne Diego. Dope artist, dope music. On the female side, we got Aja Marie.
Well, what's coming up next for Enviyon? What can we, because of course we got the Plug Fest coming up, which I am excited about, because I know this is going to be off the charts. So what do you think is coming next for Enviyon?
Well, we got the Plug Fest coming up, and then right now I think that's at least this next
Start.
month. That's gonna be all I'm gonna be focusing on, because I want this event to turn out pretty good.
Yeah.
But I would say the next thing after that is continuing to do more events and create more opportunities for artists. One of the biggest things that have always bothered me, and it still bothers me to this day, is to see the grind from a lot of these artists and them not have an outlet, or them not have a way to get the music to the next level.
Yeah.
Especially when you seeing the creation of the music, and you see this artist, and you know this artist has like potential. One of my biggest pet peeves has always been, man, I wish it was a way for me to help this artist.
Yeah.
I wish it was a way for me to guide them and put them in a direction that could take them to the next level.
Exactly.
You know, not necessarily as like a manager, because I don't think I ever want to be a manager, but just more so, hey, do this, do that, talk to that person, they can help you out. And that's it.
Yeah.
So I want Enviyon to turn into and that's kind of where the Plug Fest is going. Turn into an outlet, or at least not just a studio.
Right.
Because after you record your song, then it's like, all right, peace, see you later, bye. Like, I don't want that to be the end of it. To some people, that's the end.
Right. It
It's
is
like,
true.
that's
Yeah.
it. I made the songs, I paid for my studio time, and now the only people who know about me is my friends and my car. Because that's it.
So we got the Plug Fest coming up September 14th, right?
Yep.
Okay. So it's going to be at Refuge?
No, so we actually be at the Baseline.
Baseline, okay.
That's like 22 something Michigan, 2249 Michigan,
Right.
off the top of my head. But the whole intention of that event was to do something a little bit different,
Right.
and not do performances. More so do artist spotlights.
Yeah.
And make it more of a networking event. Bring out people, decision makers, taste makers, industry people, radio, if possible. I'm still working on that. And people who feel like the networking part and understand how important that part is.
Right.
And I understand everybody want to get on stage and everybody want to show their music off. So our way of doing that is, okay, instead of trying to find a spot for everybody and everybody saying, how come I can't perform? How come I can't perform? We'll have your music listed up. We'll actually play your music. We're actually going to have a big board, a big screen up that'll have the song play with the artist information, the IG information, or whatever. And if they're in the room, that's great. People can say, oh, there you go right there. But I want this to be an event where all the videographers can come to, the photographers to network at, the graphic designers. I mean, think about it. Where those people are, the artist needs to be. It works for everybody. If I'm a professional podcaster, or if I'm a person that, if I'm you, I would want to be in that place, because that's where all the artists are.
Exactly.
So, all the managers, they could benefit from this event. All DJs can benefit from this event. The mixtape DJ hosters, the graphic design hosts, them people can benefit from it. Studio engineers can benefit from it. Producers, they need to be there. And the artists get a chance to meet all these people. Some of these people might be famous. I'm not going to name names because I don't want to I don't want that to be like the reason. I want people to come out because it's an important event and you need to be there. And if you support Enviyon, you're going to show up.
Of course, the record pool will be in the building.
Absolutely.
Can't wait. Exactly. We're doing interviews, guys.
It's a requirement. That's all
I'm really excited. I want to thank Will for coming by and supporting us and definitely telling us more about Enviyon, because it's definitely a source for you guys as independent artists, as artists who trying to get your name out there, get your things out there, and get your music out there and all your different creativity. So I definitely appreciate you for coming by.
I appreciate you and for having me here.
Gifts for me?
I brought you a gift.
Okay.
Okay, it's a genuine e-logo. The stitching, this is Arabian stitching, by the way. It's imported from, and the material is felt, it's created from, all right, whatever, I'm lying. It's a nice hat. It's a nice hat for you.
It is a nice hat because I like this. And
make sure you wear that at the Plug Fest.
Oh,
by the way,
I will.
We will have shirts coming in, and if you do have Enviyon gear on at the door, they will not ask you to pay a $15 entry fee. You just come right in. As long as you have your Enviyon gear on, so you automatically get in free just because you got your hat. As long as and just make it loose so it don't mess your hair up. Make it loose, put it on, get through the door, and then you're cool. Then you can just kind of.
I do like my hat though. I've been looking for a red hat, and I had a North Face one. But after I came back from Ohio, I couldn't find it. I don't know what happened to that hat. I don't know what happened in the midst of Ohio and Chicago. Look, I got a new hat now, so don't worry about it. Whoever took my North Face hat, more than likely, it's probably my best friend. But no, she can have it. No, I'm just kidding. But yeah, we want to thank Will for coming by, and we want to appreciate him. Make sure you all check out Enviyon. Make sure you all follow him on Instagram, and make sure you all follow me. Share this video, like it, subscribe to our channel, because we definitely have a new channel out now. Excited. Okay. But yeah, thank you, and we will see you later. Peace.